What's up, my chatterboxes? I hope everybody is doing fine. I'm doing, so over this side of town. I'm back with another car chat. So if you guys hear a little background noise, that's what you're hearing. So I apologize in advance for that. So I actually want to get on here and talk about a couple issues that has been dominating, like the the blogs and the news over this last couple days. But before I get into that, I want to ask a question. Like, when you guys look at people content on social media, Instagram, wherever you might look at content at, right? Why do you feel the need to tell a person that's delivering the content what they should and should not do on their page? And get argumentative and things like that in their comment section. Like, it's never that. To me, it's never that deep. It's never that deep. And if you feel passionately about certain things, won't you create your own page and you talk about the things that you want to talk about? Because what I won't do is argue back and forth to a person that I can't touch. You understand? I'm not a person that's going to do too much of that. So keep it respectful in the comments. If it's something that you don't agree with, simply state your case and move on. I welcome all conversation. I welcome all feedback. But what I do not welcome is disrespect. I just had to say that. I just had to say that. So anyway, I wanted to get on here, and the first story I wanted to talk about was this Carlee Russell story or whatever. Listen, I reposted on my Instagram, Chat with Dre on Instagram. I reposted, the story when it first came out and things like that to my story, right? When the news came out that she showed up. First of all, let me get a little background for those who may have not heard it. So Carlee Russell is a nursing student that lives in Alabama. She went missing a few days ago, and the 911 call was released, and basically the statements that was given out to the media was that she was driving along some highway in Alabama where she seen a toddler walking. The toddler just had no shoes on, had a diaper on, and she was she was nervous about the baby walking on the side of the road. So she called the police. And after calling the police, she called a family member. When she was on the phone with her family member, they said they heard a scream, and then it just was silent. So the family alerted the police again. They knew where her whereabouts were because she had initially already called about the baby. So everybody went into, panic mode trying to find her. Social media kicked in. Everybody was reposting her. We was able to get a lot of national attention for this black woman. Everybody was praying for her safe return. It was amazing how everybody came together to get this young lady home. And as a black woman, how hard it is for us to get any attention, let alone national attention, when one of us goes missing. So it was a job well done far as searching efforts. So 2 days later, the report came out that Carlee was showed up at her parents' house. So we like, well, what happened? Is she okay? or we, the people that live in the surrounding area, they wanted to know, were they in danger? Should they be, on a lookout? Like, everybody wanted to know what happened. So it was a lot of back and forth, a lot of discourse on social media about people need to give her time to grieve. Time to process what happened to her, and before she comes out and get a statement, let her heal, maybe physically, let her get her mental together and those of that nature. And then some people saying, we prayed, we were worried, we were invested, we just want to know what happened. And I don't think either part of the spectrum was wrong. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think that we should be forced to give statements right away if we went through some kind of trauma. But then on the flip side of that, when you seek the public's help, the public get invested in the situation, and they want to know something. You understand what I'm saying? So even if it was just a statement given by the family attorney or whoever, spokesperson for the family, I think that would have been sufficient until we actually heard from Carlee. So the police did a press conference, and they basically said she was lying without saying she was lying. So they traced her whereabouts up into the alleged kidnapping. So they also tracked her phone and her search record. So she had searched for the movie Taken 2. She had searched how to take money out of a cash register undetected. She searched about Amber Alert. So all these searches suggested that she was actually planning the alleged kidnapping. So, but they still has not come out and said they believe 1,000% that she's not telling the truth. But you got to read between the lines. They know she's not telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? But this is a national case. All eyes is on them, so they're going to do it the correct way, right? So, in the press conference, they stated that she stopped at a store. She brought food. I think it was Target that she went to, and she bought some snacks, and cheese crackers was part of the snacks that she brought. She had when they questioned her after the fact, she had $170 in her sock. So you were kidnapped, and the kidnappers left. You said they stripped you down and everything, but they didn't take the $170 that you have. You still have that, the $170. Okay. So they said when they retrieved her, when they went to the scene of the alleged crime, the food was still in the car. She left her wig behind, and I think she left her cell phone, but the snacks were gone. So she was smart enough to know to leave the phone, because the phone can be pinged. Okay. So she was smart enough to leave the phone, right? So I'm like, okay, you took the snacks, you left the food. If you were kidnapped, everything, they would not have taken the snacks. Okay. All right. So more information that we found out in the press conference, that they pinged her the car, I guess, like the GPS system or whatever. So they said that the distance that she drove while she was on the phone with the police was equivalent to 6 football fields. So let that sink in, because I don't know if people, put 2 and 2 together, because they kept on pressing that point. The distance that she drove while she was on the phone with the police dispatcher was equivalent to 6 football fields. Now, mind you, while she was driving, she states that she was driving alongside the kid. She still had a visual on the kid. So I don't know how many of you that listen to me have toddlers or small children. That's impossible for a toddler to walk that distance in that short amount of time. And even without being frightened, without being scared, a straight line, whatever, not going into traffic, for other people on the highway to have seen this child, it's impossible. So now social media is going in a frenzy. They like, I'm never, reposting things like this again. I'm not praying for nobody again. And let me stress, this is very unfortunate that she chose to do something like this, but please do not discredit every situation, because every situation is not a hoax. So we still have to do our due diligence to try to bring our people home. We just do. I know it looks bad. I know, it's unsettling that somebody can play around like that, but we still have to do our due diligence when these stories come to us. We just have to. It could be one of our loved ones, and we want people to rally around us and help bring your loved one home, just just in case it's anybody else. You understand what I'm saying? So we still have to rally behind people. But we have to get into the mindset too that because you black, that don't mean you can't be questioned. That don't mean your story can't be picked apart. That don't mean you get a pass because you're black. Because unfortunately, black people had to move at a higher frequency because we already are, coming last place. So this shit just don't look good. It's crazy. And then there's reports coming out that she did all this because her boyfriend was cheating with a stripper. Now, I don't know how true that is, but it was like a screenshot that was going around where she DM'd the girl he was supposed to be messing with and laid into her. Now, my thing is, ain't no D that goddamn good that I'm going to go to this elaborate scheme to win the sympathy of my boyfriend back. Because now that you're home, he done wiped all evidence of you and him ever being together. Once then he found out that you're a liar. You understand what I'm saying? Now he deleted the post that he had in solidarity with you. Now he done deleted that post, because now you looking like a fucking whack job. Okay? So you still don't got the man. The man still gonna be hunching on this damn stripper. So was it worth it? Because I know you're going to be charged with something. I know you're going to probably be charged with making a false police report. You're probably going to have to pay restitution for all the money that was, spent on your search efforts. And I don't know what else. You're probably going to get charged from stealing from the register at your job. I don't know what other charges that you could be charged with, but you're definitely going to be charged with something. Okay? Child, when I was looking at this, at first I didn't want to talk about the story, but it's just everywhere. It's too hot not to touch. And like I said, I wanted to really get on here and really stress that we still, as a people, have to do our part and to get the word out when things like this happen, despite of this particular situation. Because, more often than not, it is a true abduction. And then another thing, she had to be one dumb ass. She gonna sit up there and tell the police that the man that kidnapped her, he had orange hair and a bald spot in the back. I'm like, well damn, would that Ronald McDonald kidnap your ass? Then she said they made her strip naked, well, make her take her clothes off. She said she was blindfolded, but they didn't put a restraint on her because they didn't want to have her have any marks on her, which is weird. Why would they care about you having marks on you? Then she said that she wasn't clear if she was sexually assaulted, which we know she wasn't. Then she said that it was a female there, but she never seen her, but she heard her voice. And the female was playing in her hair and feeding her cheese crackers. The very cheese crackers that you bought from the Target before you went missing. Are those the crackers that they stole? I mean, they fed you? You know, I'm curious. You know? And they just feeding you. You know what I mean? Like, the story just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And you know why it doesn't make sense? Because it's not true. That's why it doesn't make sense. Because it's not true. But, you know, I digress. So, if you guys are feeling bamboozled by this story, I would love to hear, you know, your opinion on this and how you feel. And do you feel like you're done with supporting, you know, people that's in, you know, unfortunate circumstances, or are you still going to do your due diligence and bring awareness to, you know, a cause? Oh gosh. So I don't know. I don't do my Love and Hip Hop reviews no more, but Love and Hip Hop is really good this season. But the drama with Bambi and Scrap and Mommadee, it's like the gift that's keep on giving. And it's the gift that you don't even want. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you don't even want this gift, okay? It's like somebody giving you a fruitcake. Like, I don't even want it. So the drama spills out on social media after these episodes are aired. And the last episode, Scrap and Erica Mena got into it. And he was like, Erica Mena, to me, she was doing a little bit too much, arguing for Bam's sake or whatever. And I feel like Erica, Sierra, I feel like they all need to mind their goddamn business. If you want to speak up for your friend, that's fine. But say what you need to say and move on. Don't be totally invested in it as if it's your relationship. And I think what's going on is they're projecting the things that they went through in their situations onto Scrappy, and that's not fair. Y'all all had shit ass men. Y'all, you know what I mean? Scrappy is not Safari. Safari is not I forgot the guy that Sierra was messing with. But y'all gotta go to a therapist. Go to a therapist and let that hurt go, okay? Bambi knew, sorry to say, Bambi knew who Scrap was before she married him. So this shit is no surprise that he ain't shit, okay? She knew who he was before she married him. Erica already said he wasn't really doing too much for Imani. She was arguing about child support and things of that nature. Then you turn around here, not one baby, but 3 babies by him. Mommadee been the problem. So now we are to feel sorry for you because you're getting what we knew you were going to get? You shouldn't have touched them. But I'm not going to bash you on that because maybe he, you know, sweet talked you. Maybe it was something about him that you like. I don't know. But Scrappy ain't shit. He ain't been shit, and he ain't gonna be shit. He was raised by a madam, okay? He don't respect women. He wasn't taught to respect women. And that's just the bottom line of it. So Erica had a nerve to question him about the child support and why you're not going to be paying child support. And that's where you lost him at. If you would have talked to him about the cheating rumors, about him supposed to be having a baby by Diamond and all that, okay. But don't get involved when it comes to nobody's children. People do not like you speaking on their children. And that's just a fact. You don't like nobody speaking on yours, don't speak on theirs. Let Bambi handle that. Mommadee didn't like everything that was going on. She gets on social media and says that Bambi had committed Medicaid fraud, that she had those babies alive, and said she didn't work, even though she has been working with VH1 for, you know, years. And she was like, don't have me call police on you. It went down. And my thing is, Mommadee, that says a lot. Okay, Bambi was wrong for that if she did in fact do that. But that says a lot about your son too, because Bambi was having those babies, but she was having your son's babies. So the responsibility to pay that bill fell on both of them. So when you want to make her look bad, you making your son look bad in the same breath. I just want you to know that, Mommadee. Because they both was responsible for paying for those children to come into the world, not just her. So the fact that she had to resort to those measures says a lot about her, and it says a lot about your son. And that's just what it is, okay? You didn't get that off the way you thought you got that one off. Bambi had responded, and she had said that Mommadee got all this, energy for her. I'm paraphrasing all this energy for her, but where was that energy when her mom, whooped Mommadee ass, okay? So apparently, Bambi mom done whooped Mommadee ass. Okay? And Mommadee said, yeah, I made sure I dug all my nails in your mama's face. She walked around with her face was scratched up. I tell you one thing, she knew she was in a fight. Let me know everything I need to know. Bambi was right. Mommadee got her ass whooped. And Mommadee just, like she said, scratched her up. That's it. Mommadee got her ass whooped. Just from her response told me that she got her ass whooped. But I don't care. Who cares about who got their ass whooped? They two older ladies, I should say. Y'all shouldn't be fighting in the first place. Y'all should be loving on your grandchildren as a collective, and y'all should be trying to teach the kids, how to behave instead of engaging in the foolishness with them. You know what I'm saying? So Mommadee, go ahead with that. So Mommadee claims that Bambi mom stayed with her and didn't even want to pay her $300, a month. She was like, she done burned her bridges with everybody in California. Nobody wanted her to stay with them. Now, it says a lot that she stayed with Mommadee and didn't stay with, Bambi. That says a lot. And, they can argue, oh, we got the kids and stuff like that, but still, she stayed with Mommadee. That don't make sense to me. That don't make a bit of sense to me. Listen, I don't have anything else to talk about at this particular moment because my brain just drew the blank. So if you guys like the content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will try to get a video out to you guys before the weekend is out. So again, if you guys like the content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. I really appreciate it. Please share the content. It will definitely help out my page a lot, and I appreciate everything and everyone that has recently subscribed to my channel.